Welcome back to the dumbest modeling channel on all of YouTube. I'm your host, Ian. Thanks for joining us. We're back on the Agora Models Leopard 2A6. Our pile of Agora boxes is getting a little smaller. And today, Pack 3. Mind you, I pulled all the tracks out of Pack 3 already because I'm working on just building tracks separately because I'm not going to get into production value, but it definitely seems a bit on the dull side for doing on a video. So we're going to start with stage 17 here. 17, we got some nice parts. Let's take a look in here. That never works out how I expect it. Come on, staples. There we go. That was easy. Oh, ba-dum-bum. Okay. We got the front glacis, or the frontal, top armor. Glacis. Yeah, it really depends on your dialect of broken English. Mine is from New York, so bear with me, please, with my speech impediment. And we got a little LED light, and it looks like the coaxial machine gun barrel in there. If you hear any weird noises, my puppers are down here, and they're English bulldogs, and one of them, he keeps snorting. It's allergy season in Atlanta. So I ripped this one open to take the track links out the other day, but I'm getting ahead of myself. That was stage 20. Oh, we're jumping way ahead. Actually, I'm going to mention something now. Now, this part right here, okay, this sucker goes on right about on there. These are the barrel cleaning rods. In real life, you take these out, you screw them all together, end into end, and this will allow you to pipe cleaner out the main barrel. They're usually like a metal color. Sometimes they could be painted the camo color of the tank, but most of the time in the photos I've seen of operational 2A6s, they are just metal colored. So I'm probably going to hit these a little paint just for good measure. It will just satiate my own OCDs. That's about it. All right, but we'll get to that. We'll cross that bridge when we get there. We don't have a whole lot going on with this this stage, but what we do need is our little piece here for the mantlet. My words are eluding me today. There's a little piece of plastic we're going to take out of here. We're going to screw it right into there, and we'll be right back. Okay, so I was just thinking ahead. I was just being impatient and poking things around, and I was trying to squeeze the coax machine gun barrel. This is where it's going to go. It's supposed to stick out of there, and it's just not going through. I might have over-tightened this little plate here. I'm going to back each of these screws off. Just a couple turns. And if this is two ends, the end with more gray goes out. So, let's see here. Okay. It's a very tight fit. That's all. It's just very snug. Yes, that was my bulldog snorting. I don't know if it made it onto the mic or not. Yeah, this is tight. That's all. We just gotta work it in there. Work it, girl. Okay, hold on a second. A little more. Is this tightness? Oh no, that helped. That helped a lot. And you just want just the gray part sticking out, not the black. Just the gray. Accordings to the manual. And LED, I think, goes behind this. And then once we have that in place, then we'll tighten this little bracket back. Quickest thighs in the basement. Caught that screwdriver. Not always the best idea. If you drop a tool off your workbench, don't pinch your legs shut super fast, depending on what the tool is. You may regret that. So I'm gonna put this part in with the machine gun barrel already up. Yeah, I see there's a flaw with that thinking, because this has to drop straight down, and the barrel does not want to cooperate. I'm gonna see if we can bodge this in there. Either way. No, we cannot. Alright, well, I'm going to have to come up with a different solution, because this is clearly a bit too tight. So probably what I'm going to do, let's see if I can tighten this a bit so this bracket won't protrude. No, I can see what's going to happen here. It's a very, very snug fit between the mantlet and the frontal armor on the turret. So what we're going to have to do now, this alone fits very snugly in this channel, but it slides, it moves, so that's fine. Nothing wrong with the machine gun part or the mantlet part. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to clearance those two little nubs there a bit. I'm going to take a little bit off of that. You're never going to see it, and that should make things go a little easier, but still hold the barrel positively in place. I'm just going to tweak it. Every now and then you get a bit of plastic that's not like the others. We'll be right back. Okay, so if you're having problems with this, I just took a small round file, little needle file set. Any precision file set will have one of these. And I just filed that groove a little deeper in the middle there for the barrel. And now we're going to put this back together, and I'll show you how it fits. Be right back. Okay, all set. Now we've got that little bracket in there. We're going to put our... Oh, son of a... Look what I did. This is plastic. Clear plastic. And wait. We may be able to salvage this. Okay. Well, Oh, dear. Okay, I can get past this. If someone breaks their barrel, I was pushing on it a little hard. And I've been doing it. I've been shoving this thing in and out of there. Oh, jeez, that didn't sound good. Multiple times already. So, looks like I overdid it a bit. And, oh, boy. Well, okay, we're going to leave. I think the light's still going to make it through. Let me just see if that works. Yeah, I don't know about that. I'm gluing that together. This is, it's fine. I mean, honestly, no one ever sees the coaxial machine gun light up that well on any model. To me, a Heng Long, this thing, probably not a ton of light unless you're in a fairly dimly lit room. And in a dimly lit room, I think we'll be okay. So, that being said, oh boy, you watch me screw up good. I snapped that thing right in half. All right. Well, either way, we're going to leave the back half of the barrel in there for now. And we're going to put this piece down on, there we go, onto the breech assembly, or whatever we would call that section. It's pretty much where the sort of breechish area would be. Yeah, and that's why you need to have that little bracket flush, because it is a snug, everything's nice and tight. Nice tight tolerances there. And this wire definitely has to go inside of the turret. And the air compressor just went off, so the dogs are all freaking out. There we go. So that's just pushed on there. Nice. And we're gonna make sure we've got. I think this will sort itself out once we start getting more bits bolted on. I don't foresee us having a permanent clearance issue. This thing never really goes lower than here, so it should be there. It usually never goes, I don't think it goes lower. But there we go. So we got that little part snapped on there. We got this little part snapped in half, thanks to me being a klutz. I'll probably throw a little glue or something in there. Yeah, I think a tiny bit of glue will be probably a good idea. You know what? I'm gonna hold off on that glue for now. I'm gonna leave this thing as is. I might have an alternate. I just got to find a clear piece of rod. I might replace that part that I snapped like a buffoon. I got plenty of model kits down here, and some of them do have clear parts, and I could... Maybe a parts sprue would fit in there. I don't know. We'll see. Either way, be right back. I said be right back. We are a success. I took a little 3mm LED. There's this little hole right up there. See a little circle right there? That's where the 3mm LED for the machine gun is going to go. I took a little spare that I had floating around with a watch battery, and I lit it up, and the tip of the barrel lit up just fine. So we are good to go there. Clear plastic's just a little more delicate. So now we gotta fish this little guy in there. And there we go. So she's in there. Now, I personally, it's in there. It kind of clicked a little, but it can yank out fairly easily. So I'm going to put a dab of glue on that. The instructions didn't call out glue specifically. I'd be careful with crazy glue. You don't want white haze, so I would use rubber cement. Or if you are going to use crazy glue, use Zip Kicker immediately. I'm actually going to use some ultraviolet resin. It's a clear UV resin. I happen to have Mr. Resin from Japan. And you just put a little dip on there, and then take a little UV flashlight, and about, depending on the resin and the flashlight, 30 seconds, a minute, and you're good to go. And there's it dries crystal clear. So the bottle's covered in black tape so that it doesn't get light on it, because any UV light will set this off. So I'm going to put a little glue on that, and we will be right back. Stage 18. Pack stages, steps. Oh, I get so confused. The pack system is great. You get a lot more parts per shipment with Agora. It's pretty awesome. Because, you get 4 little stages. Sometimes you can get 4 stages that are kind of not a good amount of work, and it feels, you don't get that sense of satisfaction. Some models just come like that, and there's no choice, but here we go. Okay, we got part of the aluminum frame for the upper hull. That's very nice. This is the frontal part. Sweet. And 2 little plastic flaps. And we're saving this part for stage 24, but we got to install these little flaps. They go on either side of this vision block. This is the gunner's sight, I believe. Yes, the gunner's sight. And I think the camera, the video camera, is going to go behind this. So, again, word of warning with crazy glue. If you're going to use it, use Zip Kicker. It does want you to glue these flaps in place with a little bit of glue. So, if you have patience, rubber cement, PVA glue, something that dries clear. Otherwise, CA glue and Zip Kicker. Otherwise, I'm going to use my clear UV resin again, which seems to work well. We'll be right back with these glued in place. Well, that is stage 18 complete. Our little flaps are glued in the open position. We never want to close these things because this got a video camera right behind there. I'm looking forward to seeing that thing do its thing. We're going to get stage 19 out of the box here. Hello, stage 19. Where are you hiding? Is that it? No, that's 24. There's 21. There's 22. There's 23. And this one that I can't see, that's stage 19. Ooh, electronicals. We got wires and stuff. Fun. All right, I'm going to take a look at the instructions and figure out where this stuff goes. Be right back. So these are all cool lights. We got the headlights right here, and these are nifty. With Tamiya, oh boy, yeah, it's usually fiber optics, which are a pain in the butt. This one has little circuit boards inside with a SMD behind a clear lens. The other brand with the ready-to-run tanks, Hang Along, they just shove a 5mm LED exposed in there. It's not convincing whatsoever. This, I would say, is in between. It's got the beautiful clear lens, but you do see the green circuit board in there. But again, it's this way. It's on the front of the tank. You're driving around on the ground. When the lights are on, you're never going to notice, which is nice. And SMDs do give out, you know, nice light. And we got these two little parts for stage 21 and 23. These look like they're going to light up something like the corner markers, turn signals, whatever you want to call them. That's going to be for that. We got a few little screws because we're just going to... And there were some track links in this stage 19 as well, but I took them all out. I pillaged all of pack 3 for track links so I could have a track link building marathon. And do we even put them in yet? I don't see. Maybe we're saving those screws for stage 21 and 23. Okay. This is 19.5 and 19.6. Let me keep scrolling here. Where do these things go? Tracks. I guess not. We're just gonna get on and go to stage 20, I guess. I'm not seeing where these headlights... I mean, I know where they go, clearly. But we're probably waiting for something, because these are just pushed in with little push pins here. Press fit for now. I'm sure there's something else that goes in place that probably firmly affixes them. But we will be right back. Whoa, what's going on here? We got a lot of stuff going on. So we took out some Tamiya 2mm and 6mm masking tape to mask up these bits so that we can get them painted in Tamiya XF56 metallic gray. That is a good color for these. So we're going to do that. But we also want to flat clear all these bits. All right. To do that, did I flat clear this thing before I bolted it on? No, I did not. Ian, you are an idiot. Don't worry. I'll get that flat cleared. The headlights I was worried about. So made little masking tape circles. If you want to do that, you get one of these little circly stencils from any office supply or arts and crafts store or Amazon, most likely. And this end circle seemed to be the best fit for those lenses. Put down a piece of, in this case, yellow frog tape. I love this stuff. It's very similar to the high-end Japanese Tamiya masking tape. Very similar. I mean, pretty much the same damn thing. And you get a giant roll of this for like $6 or $8 versus... I think I was like $5-6 for that little, but you can't beat 2mm masking tape. And you just take your little circle and you just run your X-Acto blade through that inside that little circle gingerly and peel out your... We had one failure of a circle here. I didn't fully cut through and it started to tear. But either way, I'm going to get to painting these and I'm going to get to clear coating these, and this is not a problem to deal with since I forgot to clear it. Flat clear it, that is. And that's just me. You don't have to do this for the build. I am going to go and, you know, mask around it and mask over here. Even though this is flat cleared already, I don't want to double coat it. And that's that. We'll be back after some painting. Well, and we're done with 20. That was quick. And for you, not for me. What do you think? What do you think of our cleaning rods in the metallic gray? That looks much better. We're going to weather over these. Everything's been flat cleared. Just a few little screws to hold these bits in the bottom, and you push that one, push this little sight glass in. It's just a press fit. I had a tiny dab of glue on the bottom and hit it with CA real quick to lock it into place. This hatch, the driver's hatch, can slide open if you keep these two screws fairly loose for this front trim piece. But there's not much point. There's not like a full opening that you could put like a little driver figure in or anything. So even a torso, like, it's just a slot. So it's fine. I don't care. I never really crew that section of a Leopard 2. There we go. And I honestly, yeah, you rarely see them popping out of there unless they're in transport or super peacetime or anything like that. But looks pretty spiffy. I still got a little clear drying right there. I don't know if you can catch the gleam of it, but here we go. We got this all cleared up, nice and flat, lovely. And obviously part of stage 20 is building some more track links. Stage 20 complete. And that's the photo you'll see. And here's the photo you will see. Nope, not the photo you will see. Hold on. No. How do I add this? Okay, I can't show Adobe, I guess. But yeah, it's just a plain green on the rods. This is a nice little pop of color. If you want to go to that trouble, you don't have to. Again, I'm doing a little extra detail painting and weathering on my Leopard 2A6. Not necessary to have a really nice looking tank when you're done. And we're going to move on to 21. I'll get those parts out and we will be right back. Okay, so stage 21, mostly done here. A lot of cool things on here. Little fiddly, but a lot of awesome details. We got our little LED board in there. That was the corner marker, like I thought. There's a lot of moving bits on here. It's very cool. These little eyelets, little dab of crazy glue, as per the instructions. Well, it doesn't say crazy glue, but it's assumed. Yeah, really, really cool part here. And they want you to put this waterslide decal on here. Now, this may be intimidating to somebody building a part work. They're like, what do you mean put on a waterslide decal? Yeah, so you get these wet, and then you let them soak for a little bit, and then you slide them off onto the part and align them and let them dry. Now, I'll be honest, it's a learned skill sometimes. These are very small, so they're pretty easy to deal with. Now, water slides, I flat cleared this already. Water slides can do what's called silvering, where they leave they have kind of a chalky, hazy, silvery, bubbly residue if they don't lay down perfectly flat. I don't want you to have that. So what you could use is a decal solution. This is a good one. To me, a Mark Fit. There's other brands. I personally use... hold on. There we go. I personally use Mr. Hobby, Mr. Mark Setter, and Mr. Mark Softer. What you do with Mark Setter is you brush this on the part before you slide in the decal, and then after you slide in the decal, you gently put some of this on, and then it's a little bit of a delicate process. We'll go over it here, though, because this is a modeling channel, so we will show you how to apply a water slide decal, because I'm not sure if everybody covers that in proper detail. You don't have to buy these products. You can get that to me, a Mark Fit. You don't have to. You can get decent results without any of them. I just find it makes the decal look like it's painted on, really, like in real life. Like they used a stencil and spray painted it on there. That's how it should look when you're done. We will be right back. Okay, so here we go. Water slide decal. Here's all the tools you need. Cup of water, pair of tweezers, and some form of Q-tip. I have these double-ended. These are nice little swabs. You can get these things on Amazon very cheaply. We're going to take our decal. We are going to grab it by a part of the decal that doesn't have the decal on it. Okay? And we're just going to 1 Mississippi, 2 Mississippi, 3 Mississippi, 4 Alabama. There we go. And as you can see, the paper has darkened up a bit. It's soaking up the water right now. Some decals move right away, and some can take a little while. So you want to be patient and gently shove it with your thumb. Okay, now what you want to do, very carefully. Oh, we forgot. Got to put on our Mr. Mark Setter. Well, that's what I'm doing. It's like a glue booster, basically, and a air bubble reducer for the decal. I don't know how else to describe it. And you just take that and just gently press with your finger and slide it off. And now it's crooked. So what we do is, because we have that Mr. Mark Setter on there, we can slide it around a bit very carefully. You don't want to break the decal. And if you find it stops wanting to move for you, you can always re-wet it with either water or decal solution and gently coax it into place. Trying to get this on camera as best I can. Oop, went too far, see? It's kind of a delicate procedure. We want to get this thing as even as possible. And let's see if we just give it a tiny little... There we go. We've got it wet enough now. It's gonna You don't want to overwork your decal because it could start to break apart on you. Now that's looking pretty good. Pretty level, pretty centered. Okay. And what you can do is just gently dab straight down. Okay, with your Q-tip. Just gently tap it. And you could also gently roll back and forth. Now this is a very flat surface, so generally the decal setting solution would be enough. I just go ahead, add a little bit of this Mark Softer on top of that. Now clearing this first when you're putting on decals on a painted kit is pretty important. So I don't know, I might want to put at least some kind of flat clear, at least on this front flap, and just let that sit there. And really after that, it's just, you can just gently, very gently roll the Q-tip, very mild pressure. All you want to do is squeeze any excess liquid out from underneath. You can use a very, very, very light pressure wiping motion here. Okay. And I'm not perfect at this, so it's ever so slightly crooked. Oh, that's driving me nuts now. Let me see here. a little more of the blue stuff. I'll just re-wet this. I'm overworking this decal, but I'm a trained idiot, so please bear with me here. Let's see if we can move this a tiny bit. That's a little better. That's gonna be it is what it is with me. But yeah, take your time and get it level. These are pretty high quality waterslide decals. I've used a lot. Some immediately just disintegrate when you put them in the water. Others don't want to come off the paper. Others fall apart really easy if you work them a little too much. But what you want is just a nice smooth decal that looks like it was painted on there, basically. A little bit of this Mark Softer, final little application of it. And on this final application, you're just going to kind of let it sit. Just leave it be. And the decal will lay down and smooth out and be nice and flat. And you will, put the flap up to keep keep this part kind of level. You don't want it sloped down. Just keep it right there. Leave that for at least 5, 10, 15 minutes before you dab up any remaining liquid. And then personally, I would go over that decal with a tiny bit of flat clear. And you should be good to go. And that was the longest part of this entire episode, I think. But there we go, waterslide decal. We're not gonna go over the other side because that'll just take up too much time. But there you go. There's a lesson. This is gonna be a long episode, guys. All right, we'll be right back. Okay, and we're all done. I put a little piece of masking tape over the amber marker light because I didn't want to get flat clear on that clear lens. But as you can see now, that pretty much looks painted on. For all the modelers, the non-partworks modelers watching this, there's quite a different audience for these videos, I believe, where maybe they haven't done the painting and the decaling and all that stuff before. So I am going through this, but yeah, there you go. Ah, God, it's just ever so slightly crooked. It's driving me nuts. I'm never going to unsee this. I promise the other one will be just as crooked. I know, it'll be straight, but I'm going to do my best. So I've been doing waterslide decals for well over a decade, and even I screw up once in a while. It's not that bad. If you ever really got crazy about it, you could probably get a replacement set of... you can get a whole set of waterslide decals for like a Tamiya Leopard 2A6. And there's a lot of aftermarket 1/16 scale Leopard 2A6 waterslide decals out there, I'm sure. I think Padding House makes some. There's a couple other makers out there that do sets. So if you ever wanted to, you can go crazy and and get all super crazy and custom on it. So that's 21. The decal's on. Okay, we just got to bolt it on to this guy, and we'll be done with this part. I think we'll be, yeah, other than track links, we'll be done with stage 21. Be right back. Okay, and we're done with 21. Obviously, there's some track links to build. This was actually supposed to be a bit further out this way and a little higher up. So I screwed up, so you don't have to. I mean, if exactly accurate to the tank they made it from, it should be a little bit further out and a little bit further up on this little front fender flap. But fine with me. And it looks really nice. I mean, I like the detail on that little section. A lot of nice little things. There's little L brackets, the little eyelets, the little mirror that flaps, the marker light with the clear orange lens, you know, this little hint. A lot of nice little moving parts on here. Pretty sweet. So we will be back with stage 22. So here's 22. And I already took out the track links, like I said. And we have this front little armor plate. Maybe this is technically the glacis. I don't know. Whatever. The tank's so flat. You know, it's the angle armor. When you angle it at 90 degrees to where the rounds are coming in, it doesn't almost matter. It says we're going to save this for a little bit later, and we're going to build track links for 22. And yeah, that's it. So now we're going to go to stage 23. And I'm done trying to rip these things open. I'm just my little Tamiya decal scissors here, and just cut through these suckers. And stage 23 is the exact opposite side of stage 21. It's the little fender doohickey and all the other little accoutrements, and you know, little fender and little marker light and decal and the mirror and all that stuff. So it's exactly the same. I'm just gonna whiz through that, and we'll show you this thing on there. It's the same as this, except mirrored. There we go, mirrored. I remembered the word I wanted. I'll be right back. Well, there's stage 23 done. I got that one in the right place at least. That one, oh jeez, it's never gonna unsee that not being a little over further to the outside. Don't make my mistake. Oh yeah, those look nice. Little flat clear on everything. Everything looks great. Phantasmagorical. Okay, happy with that. On to 24. 24 is going to be another metal plate. Oh, hello. Put those little handles to the side. We'll need those later. We're gonna... Oh, why am I messing with these staples again? I thought I gave up on pulling staples. Okay. We've got... come on. Yeah. Be careful. Some of the edges of this aluminum could be a bit sharp. It is a stamp cut, it seems. There we go. We got some screws. We got our other bit of aluminium, and we're just going to bolt these together. Don't forget to put a tiny bit of oil on your screws when they're going metal into metal. Metal screw into metal pieces. You want the 3-in-1 oil or something very similar. We'll be right back. Okay, bolt together. That's it for 24, and I think that's stage complete. That's all, folks. That is all of pack 3. We've got this lovely part done. Really nice. I mean, you get a whole pack. You get a lot accomplished. It's quite nice. And we're going to save this for later. I didn't flat clear it yet because I'm not sure if I have to... I know the headlights and other things have to bolt on here. So we'll see what's going on here first. If there's any other parts that need flat clear that bolt on, I'll put those on first, then I flat clear it. Save on the spray sessions and inhaling fumes. Let's close that little cap for a 3-in-1 oil. That stuff can make a mess if you're not careful. There we go. That's it, everybody. All right. Well, I hope everyone enjoyed this, and maybe you learned something. Maybe you learned how to apply waterslide decal and where not to apply it on the front fender. It's supposed to go further out, just a little bit over that way and a tiny bit up. And of course mine's crooked, and I will live with that. It makes the model mine, which means screwed up properly. Okay, well, adios from the professional idiot. I'll catch you guys next time. Like, subscribe, comment, agoramodels.com to get this sucker. It's awesome so far. I love it. It just goes together and it's painted. It's so nice. Okay, I'll see you next time. Love you. Hang in there. Stay frosty.